Próximamente, aprenda cómo una provisión de salud está afectando a jóvenes transgénero.
También hablamos de un nuevo proyecto en el norte de Omaha.
Por último, veremos lo que significa una propuesta de presupuesto para un periódico independiente.
Todo esto y más en Omaha News.
Buenas tardes, soy Heiler Damián Magaña.
Y yo soy Stephanie Veloso. En marzo comentamos sobre los 4 proyectos de ley antitransgénero presentados en la Cámara Legislativa de Nebraska. La semana pasada, uno de esos proyectos de ley, LB 574, buscando prohibir la afirmación del cuidado de género a cualquier persona menor de 19 años, avanzó en el proceso legislativo. La reportera Madison Bonin dice que el proceso ya es difícil.
The Trevor Project, a suicide prevention organization for LGBTQ youth, reports that receiving gender-affirming hormone therapy led to 40% lower odds of depression and suicide in trans and non-binary youth. A bill in the Nebraska unicameral is looking to ban this exact gender-affirming care for individuals under the age of 19. Maverick Knox grew up in Omaha. Through his transitioning, he experienced the obstacles in receiving gender-affirming care, including years of counseling.
For me, just trying to get the chance to even start testosterone, I had to go to a therapist to have them make sure I'm transitioning for the right reasons, that it's something I wanted to do, someone's not telling me.
The moving forward of this bill has caused massive outrage in not only the unicameral, but across the entire state, with at least 4 Omaha high schools planning walkouts in protest of the bills, like the one happening behind me. Cassie Ross is the communications director for Senator Megan Hunt. She says LB 574 advanced out of the first round of debate in the unicameral, but there is more debate to come.
So it'll still have to go through the second and third round of debate. Select file is the second, and then final reading is the third round of debate. And so it can be stopped at either point in the next 2 rounds of debate. So it's not over yet by any means.
The Trevor Project also reports that in 2022, 45% of LGBTQ youth seriously considered attempting suicide. For the Omaha News, I'm Madison Bonin.
Las senadoras Megan Hunt y Michaela Cavanaugh se comprometieron a que esos proyectos de ley no pasaran por la Cámara Legislativa hasta que el LB 574 sea anulado. Hasta ahora han cumplido con su palabra, presentando 742 mociones sobre otros proyectos de ley que intentan pasar por la legislación.
Ahora iremos con Josué García, que tiene una historia sobre el desarrollo de la comunidad.
Buenas tardes. Es un proyecto que ya lleva 12 años de preparación. Yo les llevo a Minwood Commons, un barrio en el norte de Omaha que se está expandiendo sobre el área metropolitana.
Only 10 minutes from the Epley Airfield and 5 from the Jean Leahy Mall, a once considered neglected neighborhood is now a project everyone has eyes on. Millwood Commons, a $34 million mixed-use development, started making strides in 2018, where they finished renovating the Ashton building. Property specialist Eric Jasic says it's just a peek of what's to come.
We are adding another about 150-unit apartment building. We are preserving another historic warehouse-type building. We don't have to tear down buildings in order to do that. We have a lot of vacant, undeveloped space that we plan to tap into in the future.
With the help of organized partnerships, the area hopes to become an art district once it's fully developed. Community Director Brooke Lehman says that it's on track to do just that.
Right now, as we enter into spring, the skate spot is like super active. There's always skaters. If there's no one in the district, there's always skaters, which is really fun because they just bring it to life in a really fun way. And just kind of, that like it's starting to feel like a real neighborhood. There's just now kind of a new hub that's forming. I know the baristas, I know bar owners and the owners of Clean Slate, and it's just a community of people.
The current Ashton building hosts community networking events centered around future creative tech industries and eccentric restaurants. The development is expected to create more than 500 construction jobs and more than 100 permanent ones.
El distrito incluirá cerca de 300 apartamentos en los suburbios, con el 10% de los espacios designados como casas más económicas.
Gracias, Josué. Después de la pausa daremos un vistazo a un corte de presupuesto para un periódico estudiantil.
Además, vea cómo las redes sociales pueden tener un efecto negativo.
It's a super fun activity. The group only rehearses as needed to prepare for the music that they provide at games. And we're always looking for ways to continue showing what the very talented students in the Maverick Machine are capable of.
I really enjoy doing pep band because it's music that is very familiar to me.
The media landscape is vastly different from the past. Conglomeration and consolidation have changed the skill sets required to succeed. Journalists must not only know how to conduct research, interview, and write stories, but they also have to know how to shoot and edit the stories they tell. Likewise, creative media professionals must know how to interview, research, and write the stories they shoot and edit. In the School of Communication, we require students to gain experience and proficiencies employers are seeking. The two hardest mediated genres to produce are live sports and newscasts. Thus, once our students are taught the basics, they are given opportunities to improve the abilities at these genres. Capstones 1 and 2 feature the culmination of skill sets. Once students produce the Omaha News, they can use it in their demo reel to show their skills. From here, students can go anywhere.
I'm a veteran, wear my battle scars like a letterman's. I done crawled through the mud, both streets, so I wouldn't underestimate me.
Actualmente, en el 2023, hay 8.000 millones de personas alrededor del mundo y 4.900 millones de ellos usan redes sociales. Jamie Harvey nos muestra una nueva investigación financiada por el Departamento de Seguridad Nacional que muestra el lado peligroso de las redes sociales.
The government has deep ties to internet hate groups.
The suit alleges Twitter, Google, and Facebook helped spread the terror group's message. The New York Attorney General will...
Extremist movements of all types use social media to radicalize new members, deepen the commitment of believers, and incite violence. Researchers from the University of Oklahoma found that before violent events like jihadist attacks and the January 6th riot, extremist chatter online became more religiously charged. Lead investigator Dr. Matthew Jensen says that prominent extremist personalities peddle anger and fear.
We also see a fair amount of othering, and so, kind of clearly differentiating in-group versus out-group, and justification for that othering in online rhetoric.
Jensen and his team also found that just scrolling past an ideological post can influence attitudes, but those posts aren't always accurate.
One of the things that we observe pretty frequently is the co-occurrence of ideological messages coupled with misinformation.
Even in your own home, if you're on social media, you're susceptible to these messages. Radio, Television, Digital News Association President Dan Shelley says that fact-checking isn't just the job of journalists. Everyone has the responsibility to
fact-check everything they see, hear, and read. And the way you fact check it, you can go on a site like Snopes.com, but you can check the reputable news site to see if anyone else is reporting that same information.
Sobre el tema de la manipulación tecnológica, hace un par de semanas Jamie nos trajo la historia de la tecnología emergente de la clonación de voz, que permite recrear la voz de alguien basada en clips tan cortos como 5 segundos. Si un miembro de su familia le avisa que está en problemas, la agencia recomienda que llame directamente a la persona para confirmar su historia. También recomiendan sospechar de las solicitudes de transacciones electrónicas, tarjetas de regalo y criptomonedas.
La Comisión de Presupuestos de Actividades Estudiantiles, SABC, tuvo su última reunión para asignar fondos el miércoles pasado. El periódico dirigido por estudiantes de UNO The Gateway tuvo el mayor recorte en su presupuesto de $35,000. El SABC negó la petición de un aumento del sueldo para el personal del periódico. En su lugar, la decisión fue eliminar el sueldo de los empleados estudiantiles. Miembro del Gateway, Andrew Smith, dice que la decisión tomada por el SABC es muy negativa para el futuro del periódico.
We exist for checks and balances with the university, and without the great journalism and the incentives for that, I fear for the stories we will be able to tell.
El corte del presupuesto de $35,000 por el SABC fue presentado al Senado Estudiantil el 6 de abril. La editora en chief del Gateway, Sarah Meadows, dice que seguirán luchando en contra de los recortes del presupuesto. No se vaya, volvemos con más del primer noticiero en español en The Omaha News.
The University of Nebraska at Omaha's bookstore is home to more than books. The UNO bookstore accommodates all students' needs with phone and laptop repairs at the iFix UNO station or free residence hall delivery. The bookstore, located in the Milevale Student Center, is full of Maverick merchandise. Find sweatshirts for chilly Nebraska days or cozy UNO mugs for every coffee fix. Shop anytime at unobookstore.com.
3,000 student athletes from 10 institutions, competing in 19 sports for national prominence, striving for excellence in academics and athletics, seeking to become champions. Nearly 100,000 students and more than 800,000 alumni celebrate Summit League student athletes and their rise to reach the summit. The Summit League, where tomorrow's leaders strive to reach the summit today.
I never thought I'd be standing in the clouds looking down on the ancient ruins of the Incan Empire. I never thought I'd live among the street artists in Valparaiso. I never thought I'd make friends that would last a lifetime.
Adventure's out there, and as Mavericks, it's up to us to find it.
Stop thinking, start doing. Visit educationabroad.unomaha.edu.
It is the longest-running Omaha-based statewide television program on the air today. Hi everyone, I'm Kathy Wyatt, producer and host of Consider This. Now in our 25th season, we wish to acknowledge those who have made this educational journey possible. Our guests, underwriters, student crews, the Knowledge Network, the University of Nebraska at Omaha, and of course, viewers just like you. Thank you for watching.
El año pasado se construyeron 155 tiendas de Lego en todo el mundo, según Lego.com. Descubre cómo una tienda de Legos en Omaha podría impactar a los amantes de Lego.
With shelves lined wall to wall and drawers meticulously sorted, it might be hard to imagine this is just a basement. But to an avid Lego fan like Caleb Worden, it's much more. Worden says Lego has been a passion he and his father have shared since he was 5 years old. To some master builders, creating MOCs, or my own creations, is where it's at, but Worden's heart aligns with collecting.
I just love having all the little characters from the shows and movies I love. I personally love especially collecting the Harry Potter minifigures.
He says a Lego store in the area would be a welcome addition to the community. They make a yearly trip to Kansas City, where the nearest store currently resides, and would love to be able to make the extra visits for store-exclusive sets and the vibrant pick-a-brick wall. Worden says his favorite part about Lego is the collecting aspect. Although it can be hard to find sets, minifigures, or pieces no longer sold on shelves, which is where the community comes in to help. LOLUG is an officially recognized Lego user group based out of Lincoln and Omaha. The club is a space for adult fans of Lego to meet, where members are encouraged to bring work-in-progress builds and share ideas for projects. Bennett Holsworth is a rookie to the group.
The adult Lego community is pretty vast, and it's kind of interesting to see, just to have that kind of resource locally.
Lincoln and Omaha are a hub for builders, hosting a biannual Brick Days event attracting other Lego user groups and fans from all over the country. Holsworth says as an artist himself, Lego is a way to funnel his creativity into one medium. For the Omaha News, I'm Zachary Hill.
Los próximos Brick Days serán el 22 y 23 de abril en el Mid-America Center, o puedes empezar a construir ahora en lolgclub.org.
Una banda comunitaria de Omaha ha hecho de su misión dar a sus músicos de diferentes trayectorias un lugar para reunirse y hacer música.
En
In 1977, Darwin, better known as Tony Snyder, created the Nebraska Wind Symphony, a community concert band based out of Omaha. Dale Irvin is the current president of the NWS Board of Directors. He says Snyder had recognized community musicians wanting a place to play their instrument after finishing their respective programs in school.
To where people that love band music could continue playing after were done with school. And there was that aspect that appealed to me as well.
Prospective members must endure an audition process. Those interested in joining can sign up through the player interest form via nebraskawindsymphony.com.
Oh, don't mind me. I was just warming up for my audition. Irving says that in order to join the Nebraska Wind Symphony, you don't necessarily need to have a career in music. You just have to know how to play your instrument and have a love for band. Now, where was I?
Brian Lund is a trombonist and former board president for the Nebraska Wind Symphony. Lund worked as a computer programmer and systems analyst for 38 years. He says joining the symphony was a chance to keep his musical abilities in rhythm.
I was still actively playing my horn, and I thought, hey, there's another great opportunity.
The Nebraska Wind Symphony also offers 2 different scholarships to students that plan on following the music career path. Lund says there have been close to 600 people that have played in the symphony over the 46 years it's been in operation. For the Omaha News, I'm Lindsay Tegg.
La Banda de Instrumentos de Viento de Nebraska tiene su concierto de primavera en el Strauss Performing Arts Center el 16 de abril a las 7:30 de la tarde. Ellos estarán honrando al fundador Tony Snyder, quien falleció a principios de este año.
En el último año, la inflación ha afectado a las empresas de Omaha, causando numerosos cierres en toda la ciudad. La periodista Natalie Veloso visita una cafetería local que sobrevivió a la pandemia.
You learn a lot about a city by exploring its coffee options. Since the pandemic, coffee shops in Douglas County have struggled to overcome obstacles like staffing shortages and supply chain issues. Control Coffee and Cereal Bar in Little Italy aims to be more than just another coffee shop. Recognizing that other businesses aren't so lucky, Control has a corner dedicated to supporting other local vendors and creators, which owner Jenny Maestas says helped their popularity in a city that already has great coffee. Maestas says opening during the pandemic was a risk, but customer response to their nostalgic approach was overwhelmingly positive.
We wanted to just create a space that people would feel like it was a home away from home, that they would feel comfortable and just really enjoy coming to hang out.
That's why Maestas and her husband Nick designed the space not just for 20-somethings, but also for families, young kids, and grandparents. The shop is lined with Nintendo game consoles, retro decor, and a full cereal bar. The pandemic caused the shutdown of a few businesses here in Little Italy, but Maestas says Control has made connections with the community that motivates them to keep going. Frequent customer Sam Strong says Control offers the type of experience that makes anyone feel at home.
It's got a ton of different cereals, and who doesn't like cereal? So when I come here, it's like especially special. And you can go crazy here because you can put all the different toppings on it, and that's super cool.
Maestas says the future of Control is not set in stone, but she wishes to expand the business soon. Supply chain delays and rising costs set back local businesses, but Control reminds customers that the simple things in life can take some pressure off. For the Omaha News, I'm Natalie Veloso.
Con el apoyo de la comunidad, Control Coffee ha sobrevivido cada obstáculo hasta ahora. Control celebra su primer aniversario en mayo.
Eso es todo por hoy. Los invitamos a que nos acompañen de nuevo el próximo semestre para más noticias y entretenimiento en nuestra ciudad.
Síguenos en Facebook, Instagram, TikTok y Twitter en UN Omaha News o encuentra nuestro sitio web para más información e historias en unomaha.com.
De todos nosotros aquí en UNO Television, gracias por acompañarnos.
Participating in Math Forensics has meant a lot to me, to put it very simply, but it's not very simple at all.
PRSSA has meant gaining friendships, having real-world professional experience.
UNO TV has meant a lot to me. It gave me the opportunity to follow all of my different passions with video, TV, and it gave it all a home.
Participating in Mav Radio is huge for me. It allows me to work with my peers in ways that I probably wouldn't be able to in a classroom setting.
As much as we care about competitive success, and as great as we do at the tournaments like you mentioned, they give me a space where I can feel like I can be myself.
I think last year I called about 25 sporting events, which is huge. It makes us super employable and knowledgeable about the skills we need in the field.
Through this department, I've gotten to participate in Berkshire Days, art exhibitions, music programs. You know, it feels a lot more valuable to me because I can take these skills and apply them much more one-to-one than many other classes.
The incredible thing about this program is it brings in a lot of amazing people. And with that comes drive and passion. We have made a space that is not ideal at all into a space that has been a creative outlet for so many people.
Everyone in Mav Radio is super dedicated. That's what I like about it, because it is a club and an extracurricular thing outside of our class schedule. And the awards just go to show their passion for mass media in general, and they give it their all, and we have a great time doing it.
It's just cool to see how far it's come, how many different types of people have been in PRSSA, and how each person has been able to find success in here, no matter if it's marketing, graphic design, writing. You could be anyone and you could still fit in here.
There's a unique educational experience right here in Omaha. With access to top-rated programs, in-demand degrees, and a worldwide community of graduates, UNO prepares students for life, wherever it may lead. From Omaha to Italy to Uganda to Japan, Mavericks are working in communities around the globe. So where will a degree from UNO take you? UNO, access to exceptional, access to the world. Learn more at unomaha.edu.
Welcome to the Omaha News. We are Omaha.
The complex was condemned by the city in January for numerous safety reasons.
We are truth tellers and award winners.
They process and recycle approximately 100,000 tons of material.
We are a community of strength and a team of big dreams. We are the Omaha News, where the people are the story.
If I had to choose one word to describe our college, it is creative. In our college is theater, art and art history, music, broadcasting, journalism.
I've always been interested in theater, but I come from a really small town, so for college I wanted to find a place that felt like home, but gave me more of a big city experience. I love that the sky's the limit for the students and that we're given a lot of creative freedom.
I chose UNO because I loved the sense of familiarity and welcomeness from the first time on campus, especially as a high schooler. I really felt at home.
I always knew I wanted to be in broadcasting from a very early age. Once I got into their broadcast journalism college with Professor Hill, I knew that that was a great place for me, and they were very helpful throughout my time at UNO and also post-graduation.
What I love about UNO are the students. The students are committed. They are here because they know that the faculty and staff are engaged with them, And they're here because they're in a metropolitan area and can enjoy all of the things that come with being in a large city.
Being able to work with professors and students and community members really helps you get out of your comfort zone, and those skills are very useful.
The faculty at the School of Music are, I'm gonna brag, they're some of the best in the state at what they do. They are so good and so supportive of every single one of their students, and they just have this ability to educate in a way that is lasting.
We are spread out across 6 different buildings on the Dodge Street campus. What they will find is something a little bit different within every school that's part of the college, and so within every building. If you are an undergraduate at UNO and you're majoring in something that's within College of Communication, Fine Arts, and Media, you will have access to everything that we have as an undergraduate.
Classes offer to give you all of these experiences so you can learn how to build a set or learn how to sew a costume. It's really amazing to get to see all of these things come to life and to be a part of that.
Since we're in a metropolitan area, we take advantage of the businesses, the nonprofits. Many of our students work outside the campus, for example, through internships.
I was able to be a paid intern at Channel 3. I was able to do a lot there. I was able to be on air my last 8 months of college. So between both my practical experience at the TV station and what I was able to acquire at UNO directly, that's ultimately what was able to set me up to be successful, for the last 30 years in this crazy profession.
The College of Communication, Fine Arts, and Media, even if you aren't a major, you have so many awesome opportunities to be involved. The music program is so welcoming of non-majors. It's actually a majority of our pep band and our marching band.
The theater department here is open to anyone interested, whether you're a theater major or not.
If you're interested in broadcasting and you'd like to be on the student radio station, MAV Radio would be the place for you. So there are many opportunities within CFAM to live the complete, full college life, not necessarily majoring in any of the units within CFAM, but exploring and testing your creative side. If that fits the profile of the student, they like to write, they like to be engaged, they like to create, College of Communication, Fine Arts, and Media would be the place.
I was very fortunate to be a graduate of UNO and a very proud UNO alum, and I think that UNO has always been very much about trying to not just make broadcast professionals, but just create successful people in general.
If you look at what the majors and the opportunities you have in CFAM are, you will instantly recognize that it is the place to be.
For me, it's about understanding the process of communication and what we learn through that process.
So something that you'll find within the School of Communication graduate program is that there is such a rich field of expertise.
I can think of no other discipline where we spend so much time focusing on not just one side of the conversation, but all sides of the conversation.
Not only do you get to work closely with other graduate students that come from all different walks of life, but you get to learn from graduate faculty that take those perspectives and help you grow yourself in a way that teaches you to be an academic, but also lets you be you in a really unique way.
I chose UNL very specifically, not just because I live here, I'm proud to represent here, but because I thought their program offered strengths that I didn't see in other programs.